BeastNet Podcast, sponsored in part by James Safety Services, OCR Buddy, and supported by the fitness community. Here we discuss all things fitness related, running, rucking, mental health and preparedness, and of course, obstacle course racing. Welcome to the BeastNet.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lisa from BeastNet Podcast, and today we're talking to Justin Scholl. What's going on?
Not much. How you doing today, Lisa?
Doing pretty good. What's new in your side of the country?
COVID.
Right.
So some of the restrictions with COVID are starting to lessen. We had a 3-week kind of a 3-week shutdown with like gyms, bars, youth sports, stuff like that. So that was just recently lifted, which is good, which means my daughter's back in basketball. Other than that, just kind of working and getting through the winter. We're supposed to be expecting a nice winter storm here Sunday to Tuesday.
Fun. Is that equal to a lot of snow for you guys, or?
Not really. It's so far out right now, but they're calling for like 6 to 12. I mean, that's decent for this area, but It's not like, oh my God, we're going to be shut down for the next week. It's just get your snow blowers out and do your thing.
That's so funny. They say 6 to 12 inches here, and everybody's like packing the grocery store, freaking out, getting food because we're not necessarily prepped for snow here. So world shuts down over here.
It's funny. Like I see like some of my southern friends and they're like, we got like a half an inch of snow and they got the plows on. I'm like, get the leaf blower out, man.
It takes a little bit more than that for us. So what do you have going on with training, OCRs, all that kind of stuff? How's that panning out for you for this year?
So training for OCR is non-existent. I have a partially torn ligament in my left wrist, so I'm a no-go for OCR at least till the end of March. Other than that, it's just trail running. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of slacked on training over the last 2 weeks, and I signed up, got the second to last spot available for Rim to River 100 miler in West Virginia in November. So I got to get my ass in gear.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. There's a bunch of us, Dawn, Mike, myself, and a few others were training for the Ultra Beast in Dallas. Fingers crossed it happens this October. Nice. And I'm kind of the slacker of the group right now.
Do you like the BeastNet? Do you want to keep hearing it? Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more at BeastNet Pod.
So you have an event that you are planning and coming up. What's that?
I've done a few local events as a race director in this area for some indoor races and have helped out with some outdoor races. So there's a new gym opening in Easton PA called Fenix Fit. And I've known the owner for a few years. And he's done some Spartan OCR classes and training with another gym prior to that, and has a pretty good following. And he hired me on as the race director to put on a indoor / outdoor OCR event. The date is going to be March 20th.
March 20th. Awesome. How are you guys doing like an indoor outdoor component? Is it using like a local facility or?
Yeah, so the indoor component is going to be at the venue of the gym owner, Fenix Fit in Easton. And what's really cool is there's a local like rail to trail bike path that is no more than 200 feet off the property. And the parking lot of the property actually connects to the rail trail bike path itself. So we're going to have, it's going to be 13 obstacles. One obstacle will be outdoors, which is going to be bucket carry. And then there's going to be a half a mile down, half a mile back trail run. So it's going to be 5 to 6 obstacles in the beginning. You're going to go out for your trail run, hit your bucket carry, and then come back inside and finish 4 to 5 obstacles, and then that'll be the race.
Nice. And what is it called, or do you guys have a name for it?
We're just it's Fenix Fit indoor OCR is what we're calling it, just to keep with the branding
awesome.
of the gym.
With this going on, do you guys have a limited number of participants? The cost, what's that all looking like for you?
Yeah, so to make sure that we are adhering to all the COVID-19 protocols, we are capping the event at 30 athletes. It doesn't sound like a lot. The gym can hold up to 72 with the square footage, but we decided to cap at 30. Okay. And the reason for that is we actually have media, some local news organizations coming in to take part in the event, kind of do some filming. Plus, we need to an account for the event staffing. So with the volunteers, the officials that we're going to have there, we want to make sure that we can ensure a safe event for the athletes that are coming. There's a $20 fee. So this event's registration opened up 4 days ago, and we have 6 spots left. So yes, it's only 30 people, but for a new gym, it's something that's cool, something that's unique, and I know people are just in this area are chomping at the bit to just give me something to compete.
Totally understand that. Yep, that's kind of where we're at up here too. That's really awesome that you guys decided to do that, and he's willing to host an event right now, because there's a lot of people that are on the fence about hosting events and everything else with what's going on. Was this kind of a group effort to bring it together? Did he approach you like, hey, this is what I want to do, help me out? How did it kind of fall into place for you guys?
Yeah, so he's with the OCR training he's done, he just kind of wanted to take it to the next level. So he knows what I've done in some other events, both indoor and outdoor, and was just kind of like, hey man, you need to come down and look at the gym. Like, I know you could get some pretty sick ideas out of this, and then kind of just gave me a list of all the amount of gear and stuff that we would have access to. So I actually went down last Saturday or the Saturday before and was looking at it, and it was like, okay, like we could do some serious fun in here. Yeah, so he approached me, and then I brought on Danny Cabrera to handle registration marketing from that side of it for me. It's just that's his niche. He's a brainchild with that. He's helped me out in other stuff, and is kind of my right hand man when it comes to that. So Danny's on board for registration, marketing, and doing all that stuff. For the day of the event, Danny's not going to be racing. He's going to be coming in and filming video and all kinds of PR for the event, and then just kind of like doing stuff with the athletes and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's really awesome. That's a great thing. And what a awesome way to kind of get people back into doing events. I totally get the chomping at the bit. We got a couple races right now, fingers crossed, are still going to happen in Oregon this next month and in March. So there's something going on, which is awesome to have. And your event's March 20th, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome.
Does your business need first aid, AED, OSHA, flagging, or other safety training? James Safety Services is your one-stop shop. Find them on Facebook today at James Safety Services WA and ask for a quote on hosting your training needs.
Do you have an idea of what obstacles you're going to do besides the bucket carry? Are you kind of keeping that like under wraps right now? Or?
No, we're not keeping it under wraps. So within our event, I sent out a post that was kind of like, hey, I may or may not know what we're doing obstacle wise, but I know, and those were all the obstacles. So besides the bucket carry and the trail run, we're gonna have a 8-foot wall, monkey bars, a plate drag, a speed sled, rope climb, We're gonna have a rings, not a rig-ish, rings to
Yeah.
rope, Hercules hoist, wall slams. Which one thing that I as soon as I saw it in the gym, I was like, we're using this aspect.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. He has a full-blown trampoline built into the wall for actual wall slams.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna do wall slams, and different weights, men,
Yeah.
women, but it's not gonna be throw, hit the floor. It's gonna be throw, catch, kind of deal. And then we have the body bag, which and I did put in at the athletes guideline. We're not dragging dead bodies because I'm not trying to go to prison. But it's going to be, so the body bags can hold anywhere from 75 to 200 pounds. So we're going to have a down and back like weight drag,
Nice.
a row machine for roughly 300 meters, obviously the bucket carry, and then there's an obstacle that only 2 people know about. We are keeping a secret obstacle, but it's going to be a very fun upper body um, OCR obstacle, and some people have seen this in events across the country at 2 different companies. So we're gonna take both ideas and then
Merging them together.
merge them and then put a twist to it.
Nice.
So even in the athlete guide, I have it in the rules. Secret obstacle: bring your arm strength. We'll let you know what it is at the athlete meeting.
That's awesome. So you guys are having a meeting for the athletes beforehand?
Yeah, so one thing that I've always done in any event that I've ever been a part of, either solely as the race director or have helped out at, is I always make my athletes show up a half an hour prior to the start time. They do their sign in, check in, and then I take the rule book. And if it's an indoor race, I will physically walk through and go through each set of rules. I mean, realistically, it's on the athlete to know their
Yeah.
and know their rules, but I will walk through, answer any questions, kind of the flow of the course. And I
Yeah.
found that it's worked pretty well. You get some good questions, and then you always get that one athlete that, even though you think the rules are black and white, they're like, so what about this? It's like, shit. Now I know for next year we're gonna jot that one down so you can't skirt the corners. But that's what racing's about, right? Is
Yeah.
making it as efficient as possible and
Yeah.
going as fast as you can.
That's fantastic. What did you do to the wrist?
So me and a teammate of mine, Dustin, who we call Sasquatch, me and him went to a new ninja gym in New Jersey, and they have the wheel, like the rolling wheel obstacle.
Oh yeah.
And we were just kind of goofing around on it. Like, we weren't going fast or anything crazy, and went from one wheel to the other, and I heard a pop, but I didn't feel any discomfort or pain. I was like, well, it's new. Maybe the wheel made a noise, like, because I didn't feel anything. So I was like, okay, it
Yeah.
could be whatever. And a day or two after, like, everything, you work out, you feel a little bit sore, and then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I was like, it's time to go to a doctor. And so X-rays, MRIs, and they were like, yeah, it's partially torn ligament. So shit happens, right?
Yeah. Just a matter of rest and letting it heal more than anything right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a bummer. What else has been going on? Like, you got the 100 miler that you're going to do in November. What's that look like for you? And what kind of terrain is that going to be? Do you know?
So it's me, my partner in crime, teammate Chris Andrews, who me and him just do a bunch of dumb stuff together, run races together. And then another teammate of ours, Greg, we're going down. We're going to run the 100-miler together. So we're trying to get the logistics on that with pacers, crews, hotels.
Nice.
We're uh, Chris and his wife are staying in the same cabin that me and my wife and daughter stayed at for the Spartan North American Championships
Oh
2
yeah.
years ago. So they're staying in that. We're doing a 2-bedroom cabin at the same place, taking our pooch with us, let her enjoy some of West Virginia's finest mountains. So we're just trying to get the logistics to that squared up. And
Yeah.
then really the rest of the season for me is going to just be local trail runs. There's 250Ks I want to do. There's a 50-miler I want to do, and a 40-miler I want to do race wise. Other than that, It's just going to be training, and I'll be the first person to admit that I'm horrible when it comes to training if I don't have accountability or somebody there to like, hey, are we going running? So I know me and Chris are really going to generate a legitimized training plan. I'm looking at like for me personally, I think a 26-week training plan should work.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not going to run, and train before that, but to really get to really hit it hard. So other than that, I mean, this year for me, like the 100-miler, it's my first ever attempt. So I pray to God I finish. I don't know if I'll finish. I really hope I do, but it's more along the lines of just every race I do is really just kind of leading up to this, and this
Yeah.
is the cherry on top for the season.
Nice. With the race that you're doing in March, are you guys doing like any kind of swag with that, or just kind of you finish yay kind of thing? Or
So we are doing some swag in some of the other races I've helped out with, and some of the other races I've RD'd. We haven't done swag, just trying to keep like costs low.
Yeah.
Low entry fees, just kind of like, hey guys, let's just come have some fun.
Yeah.
One thing we always do is raffle prizes, and we already have a bunch of raffles lined up for the athletes to come. So I keep telling people like, dude, there's 30 people showing up. You have a great chance of winning some like really cool raffles.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we are going to be doing finisher medals. I'm actually going to go tomorrow and pick up some of the wood. I haven't shared any designs yet, and I already have people bugging me. What do the medals look like? But we're gonna do a wood background. We're gonna torch the wood.
Oh,
and,
awesome.
and then do some vinyl decal on it, and then we're gonna have an award, trophy award for male, top overall male and female. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. I have a few ideas, but at the same time, like I don't want to copy any other race brands. I want to
Yeah.
do something fun and unique.
Yeah.
So I gotta, in the creative process, just kind of figure out what I want to do. I had a really good idea, or what I thought was good, and then I was like, there's 2 race brands that do that. Like that's not smart or good at all. Like that's just copying them. So
Yeah.
I nixnayed that idea.
That's awesome that you guys are creating your medals though, like using the wooden stuff. One of my favorite medals was from Sisu 24 here in Washington. And they're just little wood rounds that are like this big, but they have a Sasquatch like burned onto them and stuff. And I'm like, that's like one of my favorite medals just because it's completely different from anything else I've ever gotten.
So what's the deal with Sisu? Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
Yep. Sisu. It's they're kind of like a choose your own adventure trail race. The Sisu it was Sisu PNW 24. So it was a 24-hour trail race. They had like 7 different trails, and you had tasks to do with each different trail, and there was different mileages, and you kind of racked up points for how much you did. And if you completed, I think it was 100 miles, then there was like a different prize, like award for that. And I think one person got to like 80 something miles. Like he wasn't quite there, but it was pretty close.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, they're going to do it again this year, because last year they weren't able to, but it was just a really fun event. Like you could have people there cheering you on. They had a prize for, whoever had the best like little campsite, like decked out and decorated. So, I was on a team where we were doing like the food and the coffee there, and we would like take turns going out and running, and we managed to get second place for teams. And we got like
That's awesome.
yeah, we have like our our award for that it's a clock shaped like a Sasquatch, and it says Sisu 24 on it, PNW.
That's really cool.
It's awesome. They have an incredible, like, they do it, I think, in California as well. And I think they have a couple of other events that they do, but it's awesome. It's a great trail race. It's a lot of fun. And, you just pick whatever trail you want to go on and you go. So, that was great. I'm hoping that they'll do that this year, but it depends on what happens here in Washington. We're like one of the last 3 that don't have indoor dining right now. Our school's still learning yet, so
Oh, geez.
yeah, we'll see what happens. My daughter just told me she's heard that March 1st they can go back to school. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath at the moment.
Yeah, I think everybody, even when they are back in school, it's like, please nothing, please nothing, please nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And they're going back to school, I think, for like 2 days a week. I'm just like, oh, are you kidding me?
That's what my daughter is. She's hybrid right now. 3
Yeah.
days online, 2 days in school.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for, but we'll see what happens. This year's been so crazy, and I'm just wanting some sort of normalcy back. So little things here and there, I'm going to try to jump on and do. And I think all of us are kind of doing the same thing. Yeah.
I mean, even with this event, with the COVID, like, we capped it at 30, but,
yeah.
we still have to take precautions and make sure that we're doing it right and safe. So, we'll be announcing here shortly that I don't care what your take is on masks. Don't care. You're wearing a mask unless you're competing. No ifs, ands, or buts. If
Yeah.
we catch you without a mask, you get a warning. We catch you again, you're gone, no refund. Is what it is. We're going to be staggering start times for people so they can kind of get through, get out on the trail, and then stagger those. There's going to be hand sanitizer stations. So we're trying to make sure we dot the I's and cross the T's to make sure that to make sure everybody's doing it. Say everybody is going to be safe and healthy.
Well, yeah, just following all the protocols that are being put in front of you, which totally understandable. I have to wear a mask every day at work, and
same.
I'm used to it. I still forget when I go to the grocery store for some reason though, because I have my mask on my shifting knob, and I just get out of the car and I'm like halfway to the store. I'm like, dang it, I have to go back and get my mask, but I still wear it. It's just, it is what it is right now. So
it's like the new age walk of shame.
It is. I do the same thing. I put my head down. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going back to my car. And I never thought I would have a collection of masks either.
Yeah.
We had a patient today that brought us in a bunch of masks. She's like, here's a gift for you. And we're like, thanks. Awesome. So got more masks today. And one of those little doohickeys that you can have buttons on the back that you can pull the mask to, so they're not sitting on the back of your ears. Because my ears have been hurting because glasses.
Yeah, so. I hear you on that.
Like what you hear? Make sure and subscribe and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you're using YouTube, please click the little red subscribe icon, then click the little bell for notifications of future episodes. And if you could, give us a thumbs up.
Well, that's awesome that you have so many trail races to look forward to. I think the races where there's not as much touching of obstacles and stuff are probably going to be coming back a little bit quicker than the obstacle course races, which it is what it is.
I mean, I know like this area, like even last year, I mean, like, yes, we work with Blue, I work with Blue, and the Hump Day series, and we held the OCR event that they were able to put on in October, and just the other trail runs, like trail running in this area, like the events haven't really slowed down. It's just now if you don't sign up early, you're screwed, because everybody is capping everything to make sure they're doing what they need to do. But the trail racing is, I think it's funny. I've seen a few of my friends are like, man, I want to do trail racing. I want to do OCR and do obstacles. And then you see them at like 6 to 8 trail races, like, you're a trail runner. Like, well, there's nothing else to do. I'm like, you're a trail runner.
I think it's giving people a chance to experience something new too. Like you said, some of them are just diehard obstacle course racers. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything else. Well, you gotta, I'm going stir crazy. I don't know how everybody else is doing, but it's like, okay, I'll take whatever event I can get at this moment in time. So
Yeah, and I think it's like it has been bad for a lot of industries. I mean,
yeah,
let's be honest. It's really killed a lot of stuff.
yeah,
Um, but it's actually helped a lot too. Uh like like trail running and those events, like attendance is skyrocketing with new people because nobody has any events. They just
yeah.
want something to do, and you're getting new people out there, and there are some events that are like flourishing. Like here, it's like for the 100 miler, I'm not even gonna say race, just say attempting. Um, it went registration went on sale New Year's Day at midnight and 1 second. And within 28 hours, it was sold out.
Oh my gosh.
So I did some like, I'm a stat data spreadsheet geek. Uh, so I took all the stuff from Ultra sign up. There's people coming from 24 states and a gentleman coming from Great Britain. So I mean, it's not just, a bunch of people around this like very specific area of West Virginia. Like you're talking California, Colorado, Washington, Florida, Texas, New Hampshire. Like there's people coming from the entire
Wow.
country, and it sold out in 28 hours.
Holy moly. Wow.
Like my buddy texted me and he was like, that I'm running with. He's like, "Hey man, are you gonna sign up?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll sign up." And he's like, I said, "Just give me a few weeks. Like I spent a good chunk of money on some other stuff, that
Yeah.
I need to." So he's like, "All right, I'm signing up if you're definitely going to sign up later." I said, "Yeah, no problem." He texts me the next day. He goes, "Dude," he's like, "I will literally like help you. You have to sign up." I was like, "What do you? Registration is open till October 2nd. This
Yeah.
just opened 20 hours ago. I'm fine." And then I went on Ultra sign up, and it was like 3 spots available. It was like, oh my god. So I literally signed up on like that second, and 30 minutes later, sold out. I mean, I just squeaked
Wow.
in.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. But, like you said, that's awesome that that industry is starting to thrive. It's kind of, it's sad to see some of the industries kind of fall by the wayside. Um, but hopefully that'll bring a revival of other things too. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. Fingers crossed. Um, how what are your wife and daughter up to when it comes to extracurricular stuff with, racing,
Uh,
competing?
so my daughter is on 2 basketball teams now, club team and a AAU tournament team, which we have a tournament all this weekend, which we'll be going to. Um, After the last episode I did with you, we
Yeah.
actually bought a camper. We bought a 22-foot travel trailer. Com-
Awesome.
completely gutted it.
Oh,
No, I shouldn't say gutted it. We completely renovated it.
oh wow.
Um, so the wife is now looking, where we're going to be going and stuff, and all that. So she's planning our summer for races and camping trips.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. How did the renovations and remodels go on that? Were they kind of smooth or did you have some bumps in the road?
they were pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the before and after pictures. So my wife started a Instagram called Shoal Shack on Wheels. She dubbed our camper the Shoal Shack.
That's
And we've just
awesome.
kind of like going through our renovations, and then like camping stuff. And then every time we go camping, we kind of document and what we're doing and stuff like that. So
That's
uh,
awesome.
it's been fun. I'm already looking at them like, we could sell this and get a bigger one. So who knows what'll happen.
How's the basketball going for your daughter? Is she enjoying it being back in?
It's nice to see some normalcy.
Yeah.
For her in her life. It's funny, actually. I guess I'll put it out there for the podcast, and I haven't told the owner of the gym this or anybody who's been involved in our event. So I sent 3 course map renditions to the gym owner, and my daughter is amped about this. She's probably put in about 10 hours worth of work so far with me. Here and there. The one night we dedicated a few hours. After it's over, I'll shoot you a message of some pictures. I know you will love it. So I did a full-blown course map myself.
Yeah.
Asked her if she wanted to help. So me and her designed a course map. And then I gave her free run to design her own course map. And I'm not going to say which map 1, 2, or 3 is whose. So I sent it to the owner. And we're waiting to hear back. So I made a deal with my daughter. If your maps get picked, you're working. So she was like, Dad, even before the phone call, she's like, Dad, did Thomas get back to you yet? Did he pick one of my maps? Because like I really want to go. Like I want to officiate. And it was funny to watch. Like I figured she would just kind of like want to like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And I'll give the kid credit, man. I don't know. She's not picking it all up for me. I know she's hung around Woody Peters a little bit, so she picked some stuff up from Woody. But she was like, I'm going to put this obstacle here because that's 2 grip strength obstacles back to back, and we don't want to burn people out. So let's do a lower body exercise obstacle here, and then we can transition them into this. We could have two sets here and this will be a good course flow. So I was like, holy shit.
She's picked up on it quickly.
She had so much fun. 2 nights ago I was starting to work on some of the rules, and she was like, Dad, like what do we she sat there with me, went through the obstacle list and worked on the rules, and like she's having a lot of fun with it, which is really neat.
That is so awesome
to see. And I kind of hope they pick her course, so when people are gassed at the end, it's like, oh, talk to me, talk to the 10-year-old little girl over here. She's the one that killed you guys.
She did it, not me. That is so awesome. And what a like exciting moment for you as a parent to see her do that and map that out. And who knows, maybe you have a future course designer and race director on your hands.
I'm hoping. It was neat for me as a parent just to see like the level of interest, the engagement, but also like the attention to detail that she put in. She didn't half-ass it at all. Like you could literally see like her mind working and where she wanted to do stuff. And she even actually gave me shit for my map. She was like, well, why would you bring them to the right and then come back to the left when you could just put them on an angle? And it was like, all right, let's calm down here kind of thing. But it's just neat to see like that. You could tell it was something she truly had fun with. I had a lot of fun doing it with her. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do hope the gym owner picks either the map that we did together or
her map.
Her map. I mean, hell, I could have sent him 9 maps. I did myself, but this will be something cool. And then, if they do pick her map and she goes, it'll be a cool like father-daughter moment for her to see like truly how race day works from the RD side of things, and not just show up and hang out. Because I told her, I said, if you go, like you're
working
now, your course, like you have to work. Like this isn't gonna be you just gonna hang out.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's really exciting though. I'm hoping that he picks one of her maps as well. What an exciting opportunity, and just wow, the fact she ran with it like she did. That's so cool.
Yeah, so once this podcast comes out, I know the gym said they were going to share it. There's going to be a lot of pissed off people. It is what it is, right? Let's all
Yeah.
have some fun.
You know, they got the same pants to get happy and they get mad in, so it don't matter.
That's true. And like it's neat because some of like a lot of the stuff that the gym kind of stands behind is you know, motivation, community, group training, you know, and coaching. So, you know, I coached her on it. She got motivated for it.
Yep.
The community's going to be racing and we're all training together. So I think it really kind of embodies what Fenix Fit um, is about and what
Yeah.
business plan Thomas is having. Like Thomas isn't just some dude who decided to start a gym.
Yeah.
You know, he's ex-Marine. He's also a insanely talented ultra trail runner. He's won numerous 100-mile races and podiumed in races, and he holds some, I forget the name of the race, but he holds some kind of record for some like Death Valley self-sufficient race that was like over 250 miles. And
Wow.
yeah, it's like it's, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the person who owns this gym, he knows how to train and knows how to help people, and it's not, you know, it's not some guy who's down on his luck and is just kind of like, I'm gonna open a gym, we're gonna
Yeah.
do great things. This is a legit center to come get some training to, and you know, now that he's breaking into the OCR side of things, it's interesting. It's cool to see where this can go. And then
Yeah.
the other side of it that's neat is, so you have Fenix Fit, but there's actually another gym inside the venue called Homemade Fitness. And there's a personal trainer there that does like speed plyometrics and you know, like kind of like one-on-one training. So there's, you know, different people coming in for different things. So it's cool to see when I went down to check the venue out.
That's really awesome. Fenix Fit, March 20th, indoor, kind of outdoor obstacle course race. And you guys only have a few spots left, correct?
6 spots
6?
left as of this minute. I told my registration Danny guys, like, the podcast is at 5:30. I want to text before 5:30 so I can give like an actual live update. So we have 6 spots left. I know there's a few people thinking about it and trying to figure out if they want to pull the trigger or not. The guy I was talking about earlier, Sasquatch, he texted me like 2 days ago and he was like, I'm in. He's like, please, for the love of God, do not kill us. He's like, your courses are horrible. He's like, you just destroy us. You destroy us. He's like, please don't kill us this year.
No promises, right?
I'm
It is
gonna
what
plead
it
the
is.
fifth on that one. I'm just gonna say it'll be fun, but it ain't gonna be a walk in the park.
Well, that's really awesome. I'm excited to hear how this race goes for you and hear about how it is with all the COVID things that we have to do these days.
My main goal for this event is get people into the gym, have fun, be safe, no one gets hurt, people win a few prizes, and everybody is tested physically, mentally, and goes home happy and had a good day. That's it's not about you know, trying to kill these people or, you know, how much, you know, money did it cost versus
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just there's nothing going on. Let's
Do
just get
something.
some people together and have some damn fun.
That's so awesome. That is great to hear. We need to have more of that as things start opening up and getting people back out and on their feet and just kind of enjoying life again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming on. I am absolutely excited for you and everything that's going on. And I have my fingers crossed your daughter's course gets chosen.
I do too, but if people start cursing her, she's gonna be like, ah.
Oh, come on. You got to play nice if it's a kid.
I'll let you know for sure. It's
Awesome.
gonna be fun to watch how this plays out.
That is so great. Well, thank you, Justin, for coming on. I really appreciate it. I'm happy that we got to talk again. And I hope you have a great night and keep us posted on how things go. And I definitely want to know what course gets picked.
Yeah, I will let you know for sure. It's always good talking to you. Appreciate you guys having me back on to talk about this, especially for something that's just a small event. So it means a lot.
Oh, not a problem. Small events, big events, it doesn't matter. We just want to promote getting back out there and restarting our lives again. So, and we're partial to the small events.
Well, we will talk to you later then.
All right,
we will be in
good.
contact for sure.
Perfect. Have a great night, Justin.
You too. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the BeastNet podcast. If you haven't done it yet, find us on Facebook, like and share the podcast. Give us a review on iTunes or Spotify. All these things will help to expand the show in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear.